Wow. Fucking shaking violently here. Alright, so just start a little disclaimer. Again, I'm not the one driving the fucking car, guys. So when you see me do these little fucking on the road uploads, it's not me driving. Yeah, I'm not gonna look at the fucking shit and be like alright, so anyway, quick topic. You know, and to put some credit where it's due, right? Like I was saying the other day, I was, you know, like I've mentioned a whole bunch of times recently, you know, that I don't really actively watch, you know, David's videos anymore. But I did notice that he had another one of his chapters on his Integra popped up, and he was doing a brake upgrade. Now, you know, I think in a video not too long ago, somebody asked me like why I don't like, or not, maybe not even. I think it might have been Pat. Dude, it might have been you, and it might have been on Facebook the other day. Pretty sure it was. But it was like, you know, talk about brake upgrades and why I've never mentioned or anything like that. Well, first off, one, you know, this is primarily an engine talk channel. I don't really talk about cars in general too much. I mean, it's not that I don't want to or anything. It's just, you know, generally speaking, like, what can I talk about for chassis, you know? So brakes and why I don't really talk about them too much. Well, one, because I'm a lazy piece of shit, and I've mentioned a bunch of times that my car goes really fast, but the shell looks like shit, and that's happened a bunch of times. I will say this though, like I mentioned on cams, I haven't really used aftermarket cams, so I can only tell you like OEM shits that are obvious to upgrade to. I can't really give you too much detail on aftermarket cams besides whatever general idea that you yourself would have in picking cams. So the same thing will go for me about picking brakes. I can't really give you an option on brakes other than like the generic shit that you already know about, like Wilwood and Spoon or whatnot. As a matter of fact, Spoon is probably like the only vanity part that I would ever like really buy that's really expensive. Like the Spoon brakes are really expensive, but I think I could see myself buying a set one day, maybe used or whatnot, because they're cool looking. Anyway, besides the fact that they're really good brakes. Okay, so the thing is, you know, like I talk about like Frankenstein shit all the time, and I know that there's several options out there to mix this pad with this caliper from this car, I mean, bigger stopping power and all that stuff. But you gotta really ask yourself, like, how much power are you making, where are you putting it down at, and, you know, how much do you really need some seriously beefy brakes, right? Because aftermarket brakes that are really good are really expensive, and then, like, you know, fucking FUBU and some fucking Frankenstein brakes together, I think that for me that seems like something I wouldn't want to try to do. One, because like, why the fuck would I want to try and, you know, buy brand new parts to make something match, or why would I want to go to the junkyard and scavenge some shit to make some match? And then, like, what happens if you fuck it up and it blows up and you don't stop or whatever? You know, that just seems like too many crazy factors in there for me. At least if you fuck up something and your engine pops and, you know, you slowly slow down to a stop. But if you fuck up something modifying brakes or some crazy shit, your brakes blow up and you die. So no, I'm not for one for modifying brakes like that. I don't think I'll ever do that. Now, to get to the heart of the subject matter here, for brake upgrades that are going to be brand new and not cost you a lot of money, just buy OEM or buy some regular stocky brake replacements. You'd be surprised how much more fucking beef and health and stopping power you get out of buying brand new rotors and brand new brake pads. Calipers are a little bit harder to find. I mean, you can find some reman ones, but even then, when I went to go buy upgraded brake stuff for the Integra, I bought was just regular old stocky stuff. And that regular old stocky stuff that you buy that's all brand new will stop you a whole hell of a lot better than that shit you've had on your car for 20 years. So as far as me, when it goes to like what I would choose to do to buy brakes, I would definitely just buy stock stuff, stock replacements, or OEM. OEM, I always say OEM, and you know, OEM is really expensive. If you go through Honda stuff, you don't have to buy Honda. Just go on fucking eBay, find some shit that fits your car, and go for it. It's brand new stuff, you know. Anyway, that's what I would do. Just asking, or just for those of you who are curious, so the route that I would take and all that stuff. And I made mention of this in my parts video too, because I still get a lot of questions like, well, what would you recommend? What would you recommend? Well, you guys would be surprised at how much shit that I'm willing to just grab and use. Now, like I said, I've said a bunch of times before, also, it depends on the circumstance, the situation, and what you're trying to do. But I think most of it, you know, like I said, like for engine part wise, under 500 horsepower, I'm brave. I'll use just about anything. I don't give a fuck if it's China made or not. Yeah, so unless you're trying to do like a 9-second car, you know, I wouldn't worry too much about brand, or you just experiment. Or if you want to worry about brand, I gave options in that thing that you can use that are all quality. All right, guys. So, yep. another quick one. And thanks for watching. Peace.